The billionaire oligarchy ruling class of this country, right? The one percenters, as they're otherwise known as, are actively going about the business of trying to cull the most vulnerable Americans in this country. I'm talking about the sick, the disabled, the poor, the elderly. They're trying to cull these citizens, right? Because in their mind, they don't generate any value. They're a liability. Their labor can't be exploited because they can't work in most instances. And if they're not exploitable and they're not generating any labor, they're a liability and therefore shouldn't be allowed to live. Now, on its face, I recognize that that's an insane statement, but I have a question for you. What else are we supposed to think? What are we supposed to think when our elected officials, who, might I remind you, are bought and paid for by these oligarchs, make drastic cuts to Medicare and Medicaid programs that overwhelmingly benefit the sick, the poor, the elderly? What are we supposed to think when those same elected officials shut the government down for 40 fucking days to avoid keeping healthcare affordable vis-a-vis the ACA subsidy for millions of Americans? What are we supposed to think? What are we supposed to think with their latest stunt, right? In which they are reclassifying hundreds of professions that need specialized degrees, a lot of these professions in medicine, stating that they are no longer professional degrees. And as a result of that reclassification, the amount of money that can be generated as far as student loans are concerned is greatly diminished, which then reduces the amount of people going into these professions and makes healthcare even more inaccessible. What the fuck are we supposed to think? Somebody tell me. I want to know. Like, I'm not an expert. I've said that a million times, but I have common sense. And when these oligarchs, and by proxy our elected officials, jump at every chance to strip healthcare from American citizens who need them and go out of their way to put it behind an enormous paywall, what are we supposed to think? Other than they want the sick and the poor and the disabled to fucking die. I don't know if I'm tripping. I might be. I could be wrong. I'm open to being proven wrong, but I don't think I am.